Hi, I'm Nyesha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Can you remove people from there?
Hi, my name's Havorka Outlaw, 31 Acton Street in Hartford. I love the city of Hartford, and I think there's a lot more important things that can be done in Hartford. Affordable housing, quality jobs, careers with sustainable salaries. We need to put an end to illegal gun violence in Hartford. We need to have better roads. Our schools need to be the best schools in the state of Connecticut. And I just can't understand why any government official, any city leader would want to do everything but make those kinds of improvements in a great city like Hartford. So I think while it's in the works and things are being done in secret and people are not being told the truth, we need to try to turn this around so that there's more transparency from our city officials, and the more important things that need to be taken care of can be addressed now, not 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road after this fabulous baseball stadium is built and people are not coming to Hartford because none of the more important issues have been addressed.
I am in favor of Pedro Segarra's proposal to build the stadium because it's going to bring jobs for the city of Hartford, opportunity to make revenue. We're not only going to have the rackets here, but they're going to utilize the stadium for other events such as concerts and other sports. And I think this is a great addition to the city of Hartford. We need something like this to resuscitate Hartford, as I said before. I think it's a great idea. I think we should all support this, and we have to be positive and expect that the city of Hartford is going to make money by doing this, and that's why New Britain does not want to let them go. We need this economic development, and I'm all for it. I'm in favor of this.
Good evening. I'd like to call this special council meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Anderson.
Here.
Councilman Aponte.
Here.
Councilman Cruz.
Here.
Councilman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilman Deutsch.
Here.
Councilwoman Jennings.
Here.
Councilman Kennedy.
Here.
Councilman McDonald.
Present.
Councilman Wooden.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. President.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President. I move the following items be referred to OMB, LA, and Planning and Zoning Committee. The items are: number 1, a resolution authorizing the transfer of 19 properties to DoNo Hartford LLC, developer of the downtown North neighborhood, for consideration $1 for each parcel for the purpose of designing, developing, and building a AA minor league baseball ballpark and mixed-use development. Item number 2, a resolution authorizing the city to lease back the ballpark facility from DoNo Hartford LLC for initial term of 25 years. Item number 3, resolution authorizing the city to sublease the ballpark facility to Connecticut Double Play LLC for use and occupancy of the ballpark for an initial term of 25 years for a rental payment in the amount of $500,000 for years 1 through 15 and $600,000 in years 16 through 25.
Second. Motion has been made and seconded. I will note that the OMBLA, that's the Operations Management, Budget, and Legislative Affairs Committee of the City Council, which will meet in a committee meeting on Wednesday, September 17th at 5 p.m. at Parker Memorial Community Center. Additionally, there will be a public hearing that will take place on Wednesday, September 17th at 6:30 p.m. at Parker Memorial Center as well with respect to these items. Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Councilman George.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you, it seems to me that we as council and the public should ask for preparation for all of us in advance of those meetings that you have announced, and that we should request more information than we have, for instance, the background of Center Plan Development and DoNo Hartford North, LLC. They're both limited liability corporations, and maybe the council would be helped by having more background, financials, and so on. The council might be helped by having the pro formas, the due diligence that the administration has done.
Councilman, I would ask that please transmit your request to the administration. They have indicated a willingness to provide any and all information with respect to this, and so I expect that they will comply with that, and I've been told that they will. And so with respect to this item, we have a motion on the floor.
Excuse me, I'm not quite finished with mine.
No. But with respect to this item, we have a motion on the floor.
And I'd like to finish my comment.
Right, but your comments have to be with respect to this motion.
It is with respect to the motion, it really is. So that in conjunction with this motion, I would suggest that the entire council, not just one solo member, request this information from the administration so that the public and the press and all of us will have background information.
This is a special meeting of the City Council that is strictly limited to our actual notice, which was for these resolutions and to accept and to refer to committee. And so in terms of making additional requests, if you're suggesting that this body act to make that, this special meeting is not the forum and is not permitted, Councilman.
Well, then let's just conclude the remarks by saying that many people feel this is necessary even before there are any further proceedings, and rather than have waiting until September the 17th when there are two meetings, I would make a move to amend, although we haven't discussed this, amend the motion in the process of referring to these committees. And before the public hearing, we need full information and documentation that can be published and that all can read. So I would like
Corporation Counsel,
is
there a motion to amend appropriate?
Or no, it is not.
So we have to take a motion, we have a motion on the floor. We have to take a vote on this.
How about a motion to postpone then? The Corporation Counsel, is that appropriate?
Corporation Counsel. Thank you. There a second?
All right, so I'd like to thank the chair for the permission to present to the council and the public the need for more information before we can even speculate based on the background that we all need, where the 4.8 million is going to come from. There's no specification that we have of the impact on the taxpayer. So I'd like to conclude by saying we don't know who's paying for this. At the same time, we're being asked to sell all that property for $19.
Thank you. And that is exactly the job of the council during this process and others. Councilman McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do have some comments germane to the resolution on the floor. I will be abstaining on this resolution, on this motion. I'm very disappointed in the lack of transparency in this process. It's my understanding that these resolutions aren't even the final resolutions that we'll be voting on. So we don't even know what questions to ask So I don't want to vote no on it because I'm not going to vote no because they need to be referred for committee so that we can review these and ask the questions. But I'm very disappointed in this process. I mean, it's atrocious.
Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Anderson.
Yes.
Councilman Aponte.
Yes.
Councilman Cruz.
Yes.
Councilman De Jesus.
Abstain.
Councilman Deutsch.
Abstain?
Councilwoman Jennings.
Yes.
Councilman Kennedy. Yes. Councilman McDonald.
Abstain.
Councilman Wooden.
Yes.
Pass.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Well, I abstained on these referrals to committee and public hearing because the process for developing these proposals has been totally opaque and not transparent. They've held secret meetings with a secret committee that vetted these proposals. Why didn't they include council members in these meetings? We're the ones that have to vote on it. And they were illegal meetings that were held without public notice. It probably also violated the state law requiring minority party representation on such committees that do city business. And this process has left us with more questions than answers. And right now, the way the proposal stands, it looks like we're paying the developers to borrow $60 million to build a stadium, and then we're going to pay them back. And their borrowing rate is going to be a lot higher than our borrowing rate. So it's actually going to cost us more than if we were to build a stadium ourselves. And this is all smoke and mirrors. They can't give us an honest answer of what they're trying to propose. They're not even ready to propose anything. These are dummy resolutions they've given to us. They're not what we're going to be voting on. So this is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous process.
That footage needs to be deleted, sir.
How do you judge a law firm's success? Cases won, money made, or what the firm does in the community? At Dressler Strickland, we know that success is just the beginning. The true measure of success is what you do with it. For 33 years, we've used our success to help our neighbors and our community. 24/7, 11/22. Whenever you need us, we'll be there. Dressler Strickland, building communities one case at a time.